Hey, what's up, guys? It's The Madness back again with another figure review. Today we have in front of us Marvel Select Destroyer with alternate Odin Head. So you could call him Odin the Destroyer if you want to. So as you can see, it comes packaged in a window box. You see the alternate head, the Odinsword, some artwork of the Destroyer, name on the side, special collector edition action figure, Marvel Select logo right there. On the back, we have the Destroyer figure pictured right here, along with Thor and Hulk at the bottom. We also have a read-up of the Destroyer. It says, when the Celestials threatened the destruction of Earth, Odin, the All-Father of Asgard, created the Destroyer armor. Once it is inhabited by the spirit of a sentient being, it embarks on its mission to destroy powerful beings, can amplify its strength 1,000-fold, but only powerful minds can guide it in less destructive tasks. Although it did once fulfill its task of facing the celestial host, it was defeated. The Destroyer armor has far more often been used against Asgardians and humans. Loki has dispatched the Destroyer against his brother Thor. Thor has physically worn the armor to take on Hela, Queen of Hell, and Odin himself donned the armor to battle his son Thor, wielding the Odinsword in brutal contest. This 7-inch scale Marvel Select action figure of the Destroyer features approximately 16 points of articulation and includes the Odinsword as well as an interchangeable head of Odin, as you see in the package. On the side, we have some artwork of the Destroyer himself. All right, we're gonna go ahead and crack this open. All right, so we're back. So this video is basically a 2-in-1, and you're probably thinking, what do you mean by a 2-in-1? Well, we're gonna go ahead and get into that in a little bit. But before we get into the figure, I just wanna aim the light down some, show you the accessories it came with, which is the Odinsword. Now, the detail on this Odinsword is very, very nice. Like, I can't stress it enough how great the detail is. Let's see if it picks it up in a light. Get this out of here, focusing better. Look at the detail of that in grain. Just absolutely beautiful. The paint, amazing. As well as Odin's head itself. His eye paint, his beard, absolutely amazing. Amazing detail. All right, so let's get into the figure now. Now, this figure is very, very, very detailed. Definitely one of the best Destroyer figures we've gotten. I believe the movie one and the Toy Biz one just weren't up to par. They fell very short. The paint, silver paint, the detail, the spikes, everything is absolutely amazing. Now, that you've seen that, let's get into the articulation. So the head is on a double ball peg, so it looks up about this much, which is really good range of motion, but nothing down, up, nothing down at all. His shoulder pads is on little ball joints on his shoulder, so they can move around. You can also pop them off if you need to pop them off. Arms go up about this much, not really hindered at all by the shoulder. but a little bit if you want to put his hand all the way around. So you just pop that off. Arm goes all the way around, full range of motion. Bicep swivel. It's kind of tight. Single jointed elbow. Wrist is on a hinge. And wrist swivel. Spikes are pretty strong on the arm, by the way. On the whole figure, to be honest with you. Pop that back in. Now, as far as ab crunch, diaphragm rotation, it moves around as well as a waist swivel right here in the middle, but nothing much forward. About that much. And about this much back. Barely anything. Legs are on a Y joint. Basically, DCUC's old school joints. Fix the camera for you guys. Yeah, basically DCUC joints. Right here. Move forward about this much. And then back about this much, barely. Single jointed knee. Hinged ankle, down, up. It's kind of tight, but it does have little ankle rockers right there, hindered by the spikes here. And as the master of Marvel Legends would say, with his widest stance on the ground, feet flat on the ground, there you go. Now, let's get into the fun part. This is the real fun part. And I'm gonna, you know what? Let's hold off on the fun part for a minute. Let's do size comparison. Be right back. All right, so I don't have the Toy Biz Destroyer, but it's basically the same thing. This is a doorbuster next to the Marvel Select Destroyer. Then we have Thor Marvel Legends next to the Destroyer. Then, let's take him out of here. We have Odin Bath next to the Destroyer. And last but not least, we have the Marvel Select Thor next to, straighten out his legs, next to the Destroyer. And as you can see, the Marvel Select Thor stands up pretty well. Wow, this camera's all over the place. Now let's do head swap. Stuff is just falling all over the place. Head swap. There you go. That's the height comparison. Now let's go ahead and get rid of these guys. Sorry for the shaky cam and everything falling or whatnot. And before I forget, let me just show you guys the sword in his hand. Quite a tight fit. There you go. Odin Destroyer with the sword in his hand. Let's try it in the other hand too. Yep, and as you can see, it fits in the other hand just fine as well. Now, let's get to the fun part. Now this part is a how to make your figures or get the most out of your figures. So here is the regular destroyer, how he comes out of the box. No modifications at all. This is my modded destroyer. So you will see the difference of the mod and the standard version. So this is as far as the head can go on this one. And my modded version, this is as far as the head can go. As you can see, I'm tugging on the head. No movement down. Movement up. Even the up movement is more than the standard version. Now, after that, see before, straighten out his legs. Before you weren't able to get any ab crunch. This is as far as the ab goes. With my mod, this is as far as the ab crunch goes, and this is as far as the head goes down. Now, you're probably wondering, how can you do this? Well, it's simple. I'll show you. Let's just put these guys aside. Keep this one here for the meantime. This is Doctor Strange from the movie Wave. Not a fan of the character anyway. But we're going to use this as an example because showing you on the destroyer is kind of a pain in the ass. So what we do is just pop Doctor Strange's torso off. And then we take the skirt off. So in the destroyer, there's pretty much a peg like this that goes right into the chest part. What you want to do is you want to Dremel or get a, what is it called? X-Acto knife, and just cut in between here, right in the front. So this peg can actually move forward. Now, the Doctor Strange peg isn't like a double jointed ball peg. It's just a peg that's straight down into the legs. So obviously you're not going to get any pull from it. But if you take an X-Acto knife, and I have an X-Acto knife in front of me, and you just like cut this middle part out or Dremel it, you're going to get that movement that allows you to move the figure ab crunch this far down, allowing you to get the most out of your figure and the best bang for your buck. Now, modded version, standard version, no movement at all, no head movement down, just up. So I don't know about you guys, but I absolutely love this figure. I think they did an amazing job on the sculpt. Here's a quick comparison of the Dormammu Build-A-Figure. Is this the Build-A-Figure one? Yeah, actually this is the Build-A-Figure one. Here's a comparison height. Now, as far as the Odin Head is kind of tough because the hair is so hard, you still won't be able to get enough movement. But because of the ab crunch, modification, look, as you can see, get the light right here. See how I kind of just like cut the front part out and dremeled it? So now the ball joint goes forward easily. Now, with the Odin Head, you'll get a little bit. You won't get much. You'll get a little bit. You know, because the hair that they used is so hard, you're not going to get that much. But as far as the ab crunch now, because it's modded the way it is, and the little bit of movement you get with the Odin Head, plus heating it up right here and then curling the hair upwards, the back and front, you'll be able to get that little bit of movement you need for him to look down. Just kind of straighten his legs out a little bit. For him to look down at whoever he's looking down, whether it's Thor, Loki, or just some guy that he's gonna trash. Now, Marvel Select has been definitely stepping up their articulation. It's not much, but it's still something, you know. Look at that. So you can get them in some decent poses. Let's try the same pose with the standard version. See how it looks. See, it's still not the same. Like, there's nowhere you're getting that same amount of movement from this ab crunch modification as you would have gotten from the standard. No way. So that's my review, guys. I hope you like it. As always, like, comment, and subscribe. Would I recommend this figure? Absolutely. Do I think it's a 10? Definitely not. I think it's 8. I'll give it an 8 for the beautiful sculpt, the nice paintwork they did, the amazing detail, but the fact that just much effort had to be put into making an amazing figure. That's why I'm giving it that score. But I would definitely recommend this. All right, guys, this is Madness. I'm out.